Now, before I pass the microphone over to the next speaker, I just would like to share a personal story very quickly with you guys. This will let you know exactly the type of person Aaron is and the way he sees Sunena in his life. It was the first meeting of me and Sunena. This is in February, March 2019. And Aaron told me that he's seeing a girl. And I'm like, all right, I want to meet her. I'm going to grill her. I want to make sure that she is good for you. I didn't care if he was good for her or not. She had to be good for him. So after a couple of months of negotiating with Aaron, he finally said, no, I'm going to bring her over. So I said, all right, bring her over for dinner. I made a dinner. We invited a couple of couples over. And that was the first time I met Sunena. I cannot explain to you the type of protection coat Aaron had over her. He was attached by the wayside to her that night. He knew exactly that I was going to ask her all the hard questions. If she is ready for my Aaron. And yet that night we didn't talk because I knew this girl is special. I'm not going to waste the first meeting with her to talk to her. We glanced at each other, and at the next meeting we finally get to know. And I knew the way Aaron protected her from me. I am very protective of my friends. I will let you guys know this now. I am harder than their own parents when it comes to their partners. I want to make sure that they are so good for my boys. And in that moment, the way Aaron introduced her, I will tell you right now, that's love. If that wasn't love, I don't know what love will ever be. Okay, enough of that. Okay, on to the next speaker. Thank you. Okay, on to the next speaker. Now, this is one of the hardest siblings to follow. I'm not gonna lie, if Aaron told me that his sister was a doctor, she's won beauty pageants, she's tall, she's beautiful. How do you follow that? I don't know. But Aaron's done it. And I will tell you right now, Aafreen has been like a second mother to Aaron. The way she protects him, mind-boggling. Okay, everyone, Aafreen.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, you're probably sitting in the wrong wedding. I'm not saying this because I'm Aaron's elder sister. I'm actually saying this because I was told that while I was away for a very, very long time, Aaron was actually referred to as Aafreen's brother. So today, I just want to congratulate you, Aaron, on finding your own identity, Sunena's husband. One of my earliest memories of Aaron is actually before he existed. It was when my mother, pregnant with Aaron, came to me and said, Afu, baby, Mama and Dada are going to bring a baby brother home for you. The 3-year-old me just heard, home for you. And I was like, this sounds like a very special toy. I didn't have to wait long until Aaron was born. Aaron was born premature, I was immature, and in the middle of it all, my dad was recalled by the army, and I was like, this guy is a ditcher. So, believing that Aaron was mine, I supervised all that Aaron needed. Feeding, bathing, cleaning. One day there was no one to clean him at home, so I decided that I had to take matters into my own hands. So I was really surprised when my mother came home and began screaming at me. I mean, all I had done was put Aaron in the washing machine and try to figure out how to switch it on. I mean, that's what she did with my teddy bears when they got dirty. Anyway, so Aaron, you owe your life to Mao twice. Aaron grew up quicker than I would have liked. And it was important now that he was excellent at everything he did. After all, he did represent me. So I studied well and kept all my notes to teach him throughout our schooling years. But when we parted for university, I realized Aaron doesn't use notes, he just reads and retains. He doesn't use a calculator, he just does mental maths. And he doesn't just play basketball, he owns the damn game.
Yeah.
I've tried very hard all my life to make my mom and dad proud. But the truth is that the only thing that really makes me proud is Aaron. So one fine day, Aaron tells me, "Bro, I have a girlfriend, eh?" I'm thinking, who allowed this? And then I was like, oh shit, he's 26. So I responded, oh, okay. And he's like, yes, and I'd like you to meet her. So I met Sunena for the first time over hot chocolate in Kingsland and remember thinking, nah, no way someone is that nice. But I stand corrected. There are some people that are that nice. Nice enough to keep their phone on loud all night because I was struggling with anxiety. Nice enough to bury a wasp because it had a tragic death. Can't see. Nice enough to operate from a place of consideration towards everyone all the time. So Naina was in fact probably one of the nicest people I'd ever met. One of my favorite female comedians, Phyllis Diller, once said, marry a man your own age. As your beauty fades, so will his eyesight. But Sunena, you've done one better. Because when Aaron falls sick, you will realize you have married a baby. Not only that, when people are trying to focus on studies and work, they will put on lo-fi music or ask everyone to keep quiet. Aaron sucks his thumb. Hashtag exposed, sorry. Aaron also actually keeps me absolutely humble and grounded. I remember I came back, I went to India, and there were a couple of things that I did there. And my mom and dad were extremely proud of me, and they were like, you know, great, you went there for medicine, you did this, you did that. And then they're like, we'll pass the phone to Aaron, he wants to congratulate you too. And so Aaron takes the phone, he's like, yeah, bro, congratulations. By the way, can you stop smoking that shit? And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, you said you went to study medicine, and now you're doing this, and now you're doing that. Keep your focus on what you want to do. And he's always been like that. If I come to him and I say, hey, bro, I read this book by Yuval Noah Harari called Homo Sapiens, and it was an amazing book. It spoke about reality and things like that. He'd be like, bro, honestly, stop growing that homegrown. And then after meeting Sunena, I'll be like, hey, bro, I read this book and it talks about reality and stuff. And he'll be like, really? Why don't you come have a seat? Let's talk about it. I guess, to me, my brother is absolutely perfect, but I know, just like every human being, he's not. And if I have to be honest, just like every human being, Sunena is not. But together, they truly are the definition of perfection. And I guess what I want to say to both of you today is that the greatest happiness does truly come from the opportunity to love and to be loved. And the way you guys symbolize love, after Mawa and Dada, I've never seen anyone else do it so brilliantly. So I'd like all of us to raise a toast to this beautiful couple present amidst us, and I wish you nothing but eternal happiness. Cheers.
Give them a hug.
Can we give it up for Aafreen one more time, please? Now, I would just like to just say, so nobody is emotional after this. Obviously, it's a very emotional day. But to the lovely Roys, I just want you to remember, you're not losing a daughter. You're gaining a son. And there's nothing that will ever take that away. The way the Vazes are, you've just joined, you've got a brother, you've got a sister now, and you've got a new daughter and a new son. So just remember, you're not losing her. You're gaining a much, much broader family.